stop right there and say, why? Why does it have to be in the right side of the house? Because when the sun in your sky rises in the northern hemisphere in the spring, it sits at the eastern side or the right side, and spring comes. Spring cannot come until the universal energy parks itself in the right side. Then spring comes. In the same way, it happens inside of you, because as it is without, which is the macrocosm, it is within, which is the microcosm. The energy must park itself at the right side, and then spring comes to your life. Okay? Now look at the next one. Here we're going to get to Kundalini. Sound like a little Italian. Kundalini. Hey. The door for the middle chamber was in the right side of the house, and they went up with winding stairs into the middle. Why winding stairs? Look at it, it's the serpent. Huh? Well, you see, the point is that people say, well, I'm a cult leader and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm doing all this fakakta and all this. I'm telling you, look, you tell me why. You tell me why they had to have winding stairs. Why couldn't I have straight stairs? Why they had to put it in the right side of that? Huh? Why is everything sitting at the right hand of God? Why not sitting at the left hand? And why does everything got to come from the east? The wise men come from the east. Why don't they come from the west? Why don't you call your egg festival in April Wester? Happy Wester, everybody. It makes it easy for the rabbits who speak. Happy Wester. Why not? Why? See, when you look at the Bible, say, why is it like that? Don't just say that's the way it is. Say, why is it like that? The ancients of Kundalini told you why it was. The Bible's telling you the same thing. The stairs had to be winding because it can't go up like that. It goes up like that. It's the same as DNA. Up like that. And look at this. It went into the middle chamber and out of the middle chamber into the...
Conflict isn't fair.
Bro, what?
Hunger isn't fair. Being...
Third, okay? Now here we go, Kundalini. In the elevation stages of consciousness in your brain, the first stage is earth. That's your carnal mind. The second stage is water, which is God's truth. The third stage is air,
fire,
which is nirvana. That's where you say we're going to rise to meet
Spirit.
Jesus in the air. The fourth stage is fire, which is the Holy Spirit. What I am showing you here is baptism. Baptism has nothing to do with sticking your head in water. I mean, isn't that bizarre? That we believed? I mean, this is what we took to be so holy, Joe. This God is not going to get freaked out unless you stick your head in water. I mean, it doesn't make any difference if the water's polluted. This has got to be. Got to stick your head in the water. And in the Hebrews 6:1, the Apostle Paul says, get away from that. Get away from baptism. Why? Because you should learn that baptism means taking your lower mind, submitting it to the truth of the second stage, rising up to the third stage, which is air. And air is that stage of your mind where there are no thoughts. Okay? So here then we see Kundalini rising up by winding stairs into the right side and then into the third, up into air, up into that place of bliss, up into that place where there's no human thought. It's pretty neat. It's pretty good.